Photosynthesis is a process that turns carbon dioxide, water, and light into glucose and oxygen. The chemical formula is 6CO2 plus 6H2O plus light energy that turns into C6H12O6 plus 6O2. This equation takes place in the chloroplast and it stores energy. This all happens inside of a plant cell, which only plants have.
Photosynthesis takes place in two stages, the light-dependent reaction and the light-independent reaction. The light-dependent reactions take place in the thylakoid membrane. They use light energy, H2O and NADP plus ADP plus P. And the second stage takes place in the stroma. The independent reactions, or Calvin circle, uses CO2, ATP plus NADPH to create glucose, and NADP plus ADP plus P.
Cellular respiration is a process that animals go through that turns oxygen and glucose into carbon dioxide, water, and energy. This happens in the mitochondria, and it releases energy. This takes place in an animal cell, and both animals and plants have this.
The three main stages of cellular respiration are glycolysis, the Krebs cycle, and the electron transport chain. The glycolysis stage takes place in the cytoplasm, and this step does not require oxygen. The glucose is converted into a more usable form called a pyruvate, and the products are ATP and NADH. In the Krebs cycle, which takes place in the mitochondrial matrix, it requires oxygen, and the pyruvate will be oxidized, which produces carbon dioxide, 2 ATP molecules, 2 FADH2 molecules, 6 NADH molecules, and CO2 is released. In the electron transport chain, which takes place in the inner membrane of the mitochondria, it requires oxygen, and electrons are transferred from NADH and FADH2 to several electron carriers, making a bunch of ATP. H is attached to O2 to make H2O. The reactants are glucose and oxygen, and the products are carbon dioxide, water, and ATP energy.